Okay, first graders, so I'm back and you're only going to see under the document camera for this video. So it's actually probably going to work out perfect for this writing assignment because this is going to be our last writing assignment that we're going to do for informative writing right now until the next time another unit comes around. So this is the last 2 days of this unit. So it's actually going to be perfect because it's going to be kind of your own writing. So last week, I had you put together this fossil book, this nonfiction fossil book. Mine's not stapled because I wanted it to be easy to turn back and forth. But in this book about fossils, there gives us a lot of information, and we're going to take the information about fossils and we're going to create an informative text about fossils. Okay, so I'm going to just read it to you first, and then we're going to go through and do the graphic organizer. And then we're going to take that graphic organizer and we're going to turn that into a sloppy copy. The thing I want you to input into Seesaw this afternoon is your sloppy copy of your fossil informative writing. So this is called fossils. Here's our table of contents. Remember, most nonfiction text has it. Tells us fossils on page 2, making fossils, finding fossils, and fossil facts. Now, if you cannot find your book, again, this is all on this video. You are welcome to rewind it to the beginning of the video, and you will be able to reread this book or have Ms. Kiefer reread it to you as well. Fossils are made by plants and animals. They look like rocks. Making fossils. A smudge in the mud can make a fossil. Over time, it turns into rock. Finding fossils. Fossils are under dirt. Some people work to find fossils. And yesterday we talked a lot about looking at the pictures to help us get information as well. Fossil facts. Fossils show plant and animal shapes. They are thousands of years old. And then here's my last page. It's the glossary, and it defines the word fossils, rock, and work. Okay, so your job now, and again, this one's going to be almost on your own. Ms. Kiefer's not going to do a lot of help with this, but I will walk you through it. So I want you to get your writing notebook, and I want you to turn to your first empty page in your writing notebook. There's our volcano one, our weekend news, our Hubble Space Telescope, and you're going to go to your first empty page. At the top, today's short date is at 10-29-20. This is going to be your sloppy copy page or your graphic organizer, okay? I'm going to walk you through both. We're going to first start with a graphic organizer, and I'll walk you through that graphic organizer detail by detail, and then we're going to take our graphic organizer and create a sloppy copy. That's the thing you're going to do mostly on your own. So the title is Fossils. I have a fancy graphic organizer like our other ones do, but that's okay. We're just going to use our notebook to make it work. So I just copied the title Fossils. And now we're going to need a main idea. What is our main topic? What is it mostly about? If I am going too fast, please know you can stop it, relook at it, or even just pause it and then just keep looking at my lesson. So this is great on the video because then you can go faster or slower. It's totally up to you. Okay, so my main topic is fossils. This story is mostly about, or this informational writing I'm going to do is mostly about fossils. Okay, so I just have to write fossils as my main topic. And I get it right off of this paper. Now I'm going to have 3 key details. Okay, so I'm going to have detail 1, and I'm actually going to divide, this is really tricky, so you can decide how you want to do it. I'm going to divide my paper into 3 spots like this, and I'm going to write detail 2 and detail 3. So I have detail 1, and I'm going to write it under here. detail 2, I'm going to write it under here, and detail 3. So I hope that's not too difficult for you to put your paper like this. Just because we don't have that graphic organizer, we're going to do it on our paper this way. Again, if you need help, ask an adult or family member at the house if you need help setting it up. I think if you need to do it a different way, it's fine as well. So I'm going to use my book about fossils, and I'm going to find 3 details in my book that this book is mostly about. Okay, so right here, here's kind of my main topic, that fossils are made by plants and animals and they look like rocks. So my first detail is that any smudge or anything in the mud can make a fossil. Pretty much anything in a rock can make a fossil. So I'm going to say mud can make a fossil when it turns into a rock. Okay, and again, you are welcome to pause this if I'm going way too fast. So mud can make a fossil when it turns into, I'm running out of room. I'm going to write it really little down here. A rock. I'm sorry. I hope you guys are able to see this. So my first detail is that mud can make a fossil when it turns into a rock. So I got it right from here. And really, they're telling me that anything, making a fossil is anything in the mud, and then even a smudge, and then it turns into a rock. Okay, so next is fossils are under dirt. Some people work to find fossils. You can use my same details or you can use your own details. But mine, I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it into my own words. And I'm going to say people find fossils under dirt. Okay, so people find fossils under dirt. Now, here's the tricky part, friends. It's going to be hard. I want to make sure you guys have a nice long line between these, like a nice dark line, because sometimes you get confused when it's your own pencil writing, what words go under this detail and what words go under this detail. Okay, so I just want you to make sure you either do it a couple times, maybe even use a black crayon, really know which detail goes under which one. Okay, detail number 2. Detail number 3, I'm going to find it on this page. It says fossils show plant and animal shapes. They are thousands of years old. Okay, so I'm just going to change it around into my own words, and I'm going to say they are thousands of years old and show plant and animal shapes. So I'm kind of just changing the word. Okay, and I'm going to write the number thousands of years old and show, I'm going to write and, I almost forgot that word, and, show plant and animal shapes. I almost ran out of room, but I got it. Okay, so again, pause the video if you need to. What I want you to do is once you have your graphic organizer where you have your main topic and your 3 details, I want you then to turn your page and create a sloppy copy. Sorry, those little words were tricky. So when you turn this page, you're going to make your sloppy copy. What you're going to upload into your Seesaw account is your finished sloppy copy with a picture for today. So really what your sloppy copy is going to say is you're going to introduce your main topic, and then you're just going to use these details that we wrote here to make sentences. Okay, so I will show you a picture of my sloppy copy in the final piece so you guys can see what mine looks like.